Success is not simply a matter of luck or chance. Rather, it is the direct result of consistently cultivated habits, all born from a winning mindset. While it might appear that some individuals effortlessly attract success, this is seldom due to mere fortune. Instead, it is because they have meticulously developed the correct routines, cultivated empowering thoughts, and adopted behaviors that are perfectly aligned with their aspirations. Indeed, every truly successful person adheres to a distinct pattern. They prioritize personal growth, take disciplined action with unwavering resolve, and remain steadfastly committed to their objectives, even when formidable challenges inevitably emerge. Conversely, those who consistently struggle often find themselves ensnared in detrimental habits, such as procrastination, debilitating self-doubt, and debilitating inconsistency. The true difference between these two groups is rarely a matter of innate intelligence or raw talent. Instead, it hinges on the small, seemingly insignificant daily choices that, over a prolonged period, compound and ultimately determine one's trajectory. Marcus Aurelius, the revered Stoic philosopher, once profoundly stated, "You have power over your mind, not outside events." Realize this, and you will find strength. Within this simple statement lies a profound truth: the power you possess does not reside in some distant, uncertain future, nor is it contingent upon mere chance. Rather, it exists in the here and now, manifesting in every seemingly inconsequential choice you make each and every day. Today, we are going to delve deeply into the mindset, the habits, and the underlying philosophies that do not merely encourage success, but rather, practically guarantee it. We will explore how the Stoics, with their timeless wisdom, unraveled these profound principles centuries ago, and, crucially, how you can readily implement these same empowering principles into your own daily existence. By the end of this exploration, you will possess a crystal-clear understanding of what fundamentally separates those who truly thrive from those who merely survive. Moreover, you will be equipped with a set of practical steps that will enable you to transition from passively hoping for success to actively experiencing it in your own life. And, should you find yourself resonating with the ideas we are discussing, there is a small favor I would like to ask: please consider hitting that subscribe button. Your subscription genuinely helps our community to flourish and enables me to continue sharing valuable insights such as these with you. Now, let us embark on this journey and begin to make your success not just possible, but inevitable. Here is something that we often tragically overlook: your entire life is, in essence, a reflection of the things you do without even consciously thinking about them. These seemingly insignificant choices, repeated consistently day after day, silently and inexorably shape your destiny. Consider this: every mindless scroll through social media when you could have been reading a few enriching pages of a book, every extra 10 minutes spent hitting the snooze button instead of embracing the day, every late-night snack indulged in despite your promise to eat healthier. These moments may appear inconsequential in isolation, yet trust me, they are cumulatively stacking up and slowly steering your life in a direction you may not even consciously realize. The Stoics deeply understood this principle. Epictetus, in his profound wisdom, clearly stated, "Progress is not achieved by luck or accident, but by working on yourself daily." It is undeniably easy to dream big. Almost everyone harbors visions of success, perhaps envisioning immense wealth, significant influence, or widespread recognition. However, the chasm between merely dreaming and actually living that desired reality comes down to one crucial thing: your daily habits. Carl Jung, the legendary psychologist, brilliantly captured this sentiment when he declared, "Until you make the unconscious conscious, it will direct your life, and you will call it fate." This is a truly powerful statement, isn't it? Jung was essentially conveying that if you do not actively and intentionally shape your habits, they will inevitably shape you, often without you even being aware of their influence. So, here is the practical application of all of this: if you genuinely desire success, begin today by consciously choosing one specific habit to either build or break. This does not need to be something excessively ambitious or overwhelming. Perhaps it is simply waking up 30 minutes earlier each morning. Perhaps it is committing to reading just 10 pages of an inspiring or informative book every night instead of mindlessly watching television. Perhaps it is swapping just one unhealthy snack each day for a more nutritious alternative. The overarching goal is deceptively simple: to prove to yourself that you are indeed capable of intentionally shaping your own life. Every single successful person whom you admire undoubtedly arrived at their accomplishments in precisely this way, one conscious and deliberately chosen habit at a time. When Marcus Aurelius wisely proclaimed, "Waste no more time arguing what a good man should be one," he meant precisely this: cease the endless debates, stop the perpetual delaying, and begin embodying the habits of someone who is already successful, right now. This is not about undergoing some drastic, overnight transformation. Instead, it is about the small, consistent decisions you make each and every day. Each positive action, when repeated with unwavering consistency, forms an increasingly stronger and more resilient foundation. Before long, these newly adopted habits will become second nature, effortlessly guiding you toward the life you so deeply envision. And remember, the true power of habits lies not only in what they help you achieve, but even more importantly, in who they help you become. So, what specific daily habit will you commit to mastering, beginning today? Choose wisely, because that single choice will not only shape your day, it will ultimately shape your entire future. Most people approach the pursuit of success backward. They set these massive, often unrealistic goals, perhaps envisioning buying the dream house, driving the fanciest car, or amassing 1 million followers on social media, and then spend their lives chasing after these external outcomes, often wondering why they feel so frustratingly out of reach. But here is the secret that very few people seem to openly discuss: real, lasting success does not begin with chasing external achievements. Instead, it starts deep within, with who you consciously choose to become first. The Stoic philosopher Seneca eloquently captured this truth centuries ago, reminding us, a good character, when established, is not easily overthrown. Your identity, the way you fundamentally see yourself, is the bedrock upon which every lasting success is built. Think of your identity as your own personal operating system. Everything you do, from your innermost thoughts to your outward actions and crucial decisions, flows naturally and seamlessly from it. If your internal narrative constantly whispers, "I am simply not disciplined," then guess what? You will invariably find every conceivable excuse to procrastinate and avoid difficult tasks. However, if you resolutely decide, "I am someone who consistently gets things done," then your actions will naturally align with that empowering belief. The renowned psychologist Carl Jung brilliantly captured this idea when he stated, "The world will ask you who you are, and if you do not know, the world will tell you." You have a choice, my friend: either actively define yourself, or risk allowing others to define you, often in ways that are not aligned with your true potential. Let us make this concept tangible. If you aspire to become wealthy, you do not simply hustle randomly. Rather, you begin living as a person who manages money wisely, making informed decisions and prioritizing long-term financial health. If your goal is to be vibrantly healthy, you do not chase fad diets or fleeting trends. Instead, you become the person who naturally prioritizes good nutrition and regular exercise as integral parts of your daily life. It is a simple, yet profoundly impactful shift from merely doing to fundamentally being. And the truly amazing part? Once your identity undergoes this powerful shift, success becomes almost automatic, because your habits and actions effortlessly align with your newly embraced self-image. Marcus Aurelius masterfully advised, "Stop talking about what the good man is like, and just be one." What he meant is that you must cease waiting for the perfect moment to begin acting like the person you aspire to become. Just start now. Act as if you have already achieved your goal, and watch how quickly your reality begins to catch up. The undeniable truth is that your identity is not fixed or immutable. Rather, it is shaped daily by your conscious choices and reinforced through your consistent actions. Every small step you take solidifies who you are at your core. So, ask yourself today, who do you need to become in order to achieve the life you truly desire? Then, begin living that identity immediately. Do not wait for permission from others. Do not wait for external validation. Decide who you are right now, and witness how quickly the outcomes you have been chasing begin to chase you instead. Here is a truth that will forever alter how you perceive goals. Aiming without clarity is merely wishful thinking disguised as ambition. You have undoubtedly heard people express sentiments such as, "I just want to be successful," or, "Someday I will get there." But think about it for a moment, what does "there" even truly mean? Where exactly is successful? Without a clear and well-defined direction, it is akin to jumping into your car, flooring the accelerator, but never actually setting a destination in your navigation system. Sure, you are moving rapidly, but you are also quite likely going nowhere of real significance. As the great Stoic philosopher Seneca wisely put it, if one does not know to which port one is sailing, no wind is favorable. Clarity, my friend, is absolutely everything. Your goals must be precise, deeply meaningful, and profoundly personal to you. Vague aspirations like, "I want to make money," or "I want to be healthier," will simply not propel you forward. They will leave you feeling stuck, spinning your wheels in place. Instead, you need targets so specific that they become crystal clear instructions for daily action. Carl Jung emphasized this beautifully when he declared, "You are what you do, not what you say you will do." Real goals translate into conscious daily decisions, empowering habits, and consistent actions, not merely occasional bursts of fleeting motivation. So, here is how you make this concept practical. Take that fuzzy, ill-defined dream and sharpen it into a clear objective. Instead of saying, "I want to save money," say with conviction, "I will save $500 every month." Instead of vaguely stating, "I want to lose weight," declare with intention, "I will exercise for 30 minutes every day and cut my sugar intake by half." These clear, precisely defined goals become your roadmap, guiding every choice you make. And the incredible beauty of this approach? Every single step you take visibly moves you closer to your desired outcome. Progress becomes undeniable and tangible. Marcus Aurelius reminds us, "The secret of all victory lies in the organization of the non-obvious." This means that success does not originate from sheer luck or random inspiration. Instead, it emerges from meticulous planning, unwavering discipline, and the small, often unnoticed daily tasks you consistently commit to. This is precisely what purposeful goal setting truly entails, breaking down your grand vision into manageable, bite-sized steps that you can easily track, accurately measure, and joyfully celebrate. Here is my challenge for you today. Take just a minute right now and ask yourself, what one clear and specific goal can you define and commit to today? What is that first small step you will take to get started? Define it clearly, write it down, and immediately put it into action. Remember, real progress is never accidental. It is intentional, it is strategic, and it is entirely within your power to start creating, right now. Let us be honest, life is rarely a smooth and predictable ride. Instead, it is often more like a roller coaster, complete with exhilarating ups, unexpected downs, and unforeseen twists and turns. Everyone, regardless of how tough or prepared they may be, inevitably faces setbacks at some point. But here is the crucial point. The real game changer is how you consciously respond when you are knocked down. It is not about avoiding the punches that life throws your way. Instead, it is about learning to adeptly roll with them and, even more importantly, to punch back with renewed intelligence and strategy. As the Stoic philosopher Epictetus famously stated, "It is not what happens to you, but how you react to it that matters." This is not merely about resilience, it is about cultivating intelligent resilience. Consider this perspective: every setback, every failure, every heartbreak, carries within it a valuable lesson. It is as if life is handing you a cheat sheet, subtly whispering, here is what not to do next time. Carl Jung succinctly put it when he said, "There is no coming to consciousness without pain." So many people desperately try to avoid pain at all costs, but what if we began to view it instead as a necessary teacher? What if we embraced the struggle, not as an insurmountable barrier, but as a crucial stepping stone along our path? Here is the actionable part: the next time you face a significant challenge, pause. Instead of reacting impulsively or wallowing in self-pity, ask yourself, what can I genuinely learn from this experience? This simple, yet powerful question shifts your perspective from victim to victor. It moves you from a mindset of, why is this happening to me, to one of, how can this make me stronger? It is about taking conscious control of the narrative of your life, transforming every stumble into a strategic setup for an epic comeback. Marcus Aurelius, a man who faced more than his fair share of adversity, wisely advised, "The impediment to action advances action. What stands in the way becomes the way." Imagine that, every obstacle becomes a potential path forward. When you begin to view challenges as opportunities to grow and evolve, your setbacks transform into your secret weapon. They become the very fire that tempers the steel of your character. So, here is the takeaway: do not simply bounce back from adversity, bounce forward with renewed purpose and resolve. Use every hard knock as fuel to propel you faster and further than you ever thought possible. Build your resilience, not just through endurance, but through clever adaptation. Learn, evolve, and embrace every piece of wisdom that those tough times offer. It is truly remarkable when you think about it. The most potent tool you possess is, without a doubt, your mind. What you fundamentally believe about yourself does not merely help you navigate the world, it actively shapes the world around you. If your mind is indeed your greatest asset, then it is certainly worth asking yourself what kind of beliefs you are feeding it. Are they launching you forward toward your goals, or are they insidiously holding you back? As Marcus Aurelius, the philosopher king, so eloquently put it, our life is what our thoughts make it. This is not just about blindly embracing positive thinking. Instead, it is about consciously constructing a belief system that propels you toward the life you genuinely want to live. Carl Jung once observed, "I am not what happened to me, I am what I choose to become." This profound insight reveals a powerful truth: regardless of your circumstances, the beliefs you deliberately choose can either set you free or keep you perpetually trapped. Think about it for a moment. If you believe you are inherently incapable of change, you will likely never even attempt to improve. But if you believe that change is indeed possible, you will actively seek out opportunities to grow and evolve. Your belief system acts like a filter, subtly coloring every experience and either opening doors to possibilities or firmly closing them. So, how do you build a belief system that acts like a rocket, propelling you towards your aspirations? Start by consciously challenging the negative narratives you repeatedly tell yourself. Every time you catch yourself thinking, "I cannot do this," immediately ask yourself, "Why not?" Replace the limiting belief, "This is impossible," with the more empowering statement, "This is hard, but I can figure it out." It is about consciously shifting from a fixed mindset to a growth mindset, where challenges are viewed not as threats, but as valuable opportunities for learning and personal development. Stoicism teaches us not to be swayed by external events, but rather, to find unwavering strength in our internal response. This is where your true power resides. By training your mind to embrace challenges and view failures as stepping stones along the path to success, you are not merely surviving, you are truly thriving. Every small shift in belief subtly adjusts your trajectory, setting you on a path that can ultimately lead to vastly different and far more fulfilling destinations over time. Take a moment to reflect on the core beliefs that define your life right now. Are they lifting you up and empowering you, or are they weighing you down and holding you back? Are they broadening your horizons and expanding your view of what is possible, or are they narrowing your perspective and limiting your potential? Remember, the belief system you consciously cultivate today will inevitably determine the life you live tomorrow. Choose beliefs that empower you, challenge you, and compel you to pursue the greatest version of yourself. After all, the unwavering belief that you are in control of your own destiny is perhaps the most liberating realization of all. You might be tempted to think that the most successful people you admire possess some secret you are not privy to, some magical formula that catapults them to the top. But what if I told you that their secret is something as plain and simple as discipline? It's true. While it may not be glamorous or particularly exciting, discipline is the unwavering backbone of every significant achievement. As the Stoic philosopher Seneca once declared, it is not because things are difficult that we do not dare. It is because we do not dare that they are difficult. This speaks volumes about the immense power of discipline. It transforms the seemingly impossible into something that is indeed possible. Discipline is about consistently doing what needs to be done, even when you do not feel like it. It is about foregoing immediate gratification for the sake of long-term success. It is the daily grind, the early mornings, the late nights, the consistent effort, even when no one else is watching. It is what Carl Jung referred to when he powerfully stated, "You are what you do, not what you say you will do." Actions, not mere words, ultimately define who we are. Discipline ensures that those actions are consistent and perfectly aligned with our most cherished goals. But how do you cultivate such a critical and valuable trait? Start by setting small, manageable goals that require daily commitment. This could be as simple as waking up at the same time every morning, sticking to your workout routine, or dedicating an hour each day to studying a new skill. The key is unwavering consistency. Just as a muscle grows stronger with regular exercise, your discipline strengthens each time you consciously choose action over inaction. Remember, discipline does not mean living a joyless life devoid of spontaneity or strict routine. Instead, it is about consciously controlling your impulses so that you can laser focus on what truly matters to you. It is about making deliberate decisions that bring you ever closer to your deepest aspirations. Marcus Aurelius captured this sentiment perfectly when he stated, "The best revenge is to be unlike him who performed the injury." In the context of discipline, this means not allowing setbacks, distractions, or failures to dictate your path. Instead, rise above them with steadfast commitment to your goals. The moment you believe you have mastered it all is the precise moment you cease to grow. It is a tempting notion, feeling as though you have reached the pinnacle of your knowledge and skills, but let us be realistic, in this rapidly evolving world, there is always more to learn, explore, and discover. The Stoics, ever wise, firmly believed that the pursuit of knowledge was a lifelong journey. Seneca famously said, "As long as you live, keep learning how to live." He understood that wisdom is not a destination to be reached, but rather, a continuous path that we consciously walk every day of our lives. Being a perpetual student is not necessarily about formal education or acquiring advanced degrees. Instead, it is about adopting a mindset that is inherently open, deeply curious, and perpetually hungry for growth. It is about embracing the empowering idea that every person you encounter and every experience you have is a valuable opportunity to learn something new and enriching. Carl Jung, whose profound insights have powerfully shaped modern psychology, recognized the immense value of ongoing learning when he stated, "Who looks outside, dreams, who looks inside, awakes." This is a powerful reminder that learning is not solely about acquiring external knowledge. It is also about delving deeper into ourselves, understanding our own minds and hearts better with each passing day. So, how do you remain a student for life? Start by cultivating unwavering curiosity. Ask insightful questions, actively seek out challenges, and read widely and often, not just content that reaffirms your existing beliefs, but also that which challenges them. Engage with people who think differently from you. Attend workshops, listen to enriching podcasts, and watch thought-provoking documentaries. The world is brimming with knowledge, patiently waiting for those who are eager enough to seek it out. Moreover, learning is not a passive activity, it is an active pursuit that requires consistent effort and engagement. As Marcus Aurelius advised, be content to seem what you really are. In other words, allow your learning to lead to genuine personal transformation, not simply to an accumulation of facts or intellectual concepts. Allow it to change how you live, how you think, and how you interact with others. Let it expand your capacity for compassion, your ability to solve complex problems, and your willingness to try new things. Remember, every single day is a chance to learn something that can enrich your life in unimaginable ways. Whether it is a new skill, a deeper understanding of a complex issue, or invaluable insights into your own behavior, every piece of knowledge adds a valuable layer to your character. Embrace it, love the process, and never, ever think that you have nothing left to learn. After all, life's richest and most profound lessons often come from the most unexpected teachers and experiences. You know that old saying, "You are the company you keep"? Well, it turns out that there is a lot of truth to that seemingly simple statement. The people around us do not just influence our moods or our weekend plans, they also significantly shape our thinking, our self-esteem, and even our crucial decisions. It is akin to being in a boat with a crew, all rowing in the same direction. You will undoubtedly get to your desired destination much faster and more easily than if you were rowing alone. The Stoics believed deeply in the immense power of one's environment on their character. Epictetus once wisely said, "The key is to keep company only with people who uplift you, whose presence calls forth your best." Think carefully about the 5 people you spend the most time with. Are they genuinely supportive of your dreams and aspirations? Do they challenge you to grow and evolve, or do they drag you down with negativity, cynicism, and complacency? Carl Jung eloquently taught us that the meeting of 2 personalities is like the contact of 2 chemical substances. If there is any reaction, both are transformed. This transformation can be for better or for worse, depending on who those personalities are. So choose your companions wisely. Surround yourself with individuals who genuinely inspire you, who push you to reach your full potential, and who encourage you to become the best version of yourself. Now, this is not about callously cutting people out of your life with ruthless abandon. Instead, it is about consciously choosing who gets the bulk of your precious time and energy. Are your interactions with others typically enriching or draining? Are conversations with your close circle leaving you feeling energized and inspired, or exhausted and depleted? It is absolutely crucial to make these distinctions, because over time, these interactions will inevitably mold your perspective, your behavior, and even your deepest aspirations. Cultivating a strong and supportive circle also entails actively seeking out new connections that can further enrich your life. Attend networking events, join clubs or groups that are aligned with your passions and interests, and do not be afraid to reach out to people you genuinely admire. Remember, every new person in your life can potentially bring a fresh layer of wisdom, challenge, and personal growth. Moreover, as Marcus Aurelius wisely reminds us, people exist for the sake of one another. Teach them or bear with them. In building your circle, consider not only what you can gain from others, but also what you can offer them in return. Relationships are inherently a two-way street, and a thriving community is one where its members consistently support each other in growth and understanding. Have you ever noticed how some individuals always seem to effortlessly find opportunities, regardless of the situation, while others consistently see only barriers and limitations? This is not simply a matter of luck, it is a direct result of their mindset. And here is the crucial point: the lens through which you view the world can drastically alter your path in life. The concept of consciously moving from a scarcity mindset, where everything feels inherently limited, to an abundance mindset, where possibilities seem endless, is a transformative shift that can open up your life in ways you have never even imagined. As Seneca, the Stoic philosopher, once keenly pointed out, it is not the man who has too little, but the man who craves more, that is poor. This is all about consciously appreciating what you already have and recognizing the vast potential to grow, rather than fixating on perceived limitations. Carl Jung echoed a similar sentiment when he discussed the profound transformation of the psyche. He passionately believed that by acknowledging the depths of our own inherent potential, we could fundamentally transform our lives. He wisely said, "Until you make the unconscious conscious, it will direct your life, and you will call it fate." By consciously shifting your mindset from one of scarcity to one of abundance, you are effectively bringing a heightened level of consciousness to your thoughts and behaviors that previously might have been automatic or driven by unseen fears. So, how do you start making this empowering shift? First, focus intently on gratitude. Begin each day by consciously acknowledging something you are genuinely grateful for. This simple practice sets a positive tone of abundance and can subtly shift your perspective from primarily noticing what is missing in your life to deeply appreciating what is already present. Next, consciously challenge the scarcity thoughts as they arise. When you catch yourself thinking, "I cannot do this because I do not have enough time, money, or experience," pause and ask yourself, "What resources do I currently have at my disposal that can help me move forward?" This reframes your viewpoint to see inherent resources instead of insurmountable obstacles. Moreover, practicing generosity is another powerful way to cultivate an abundance mindset. Share your knowledge, your time, and your resources with others. The Stoics believed deeply in the power of mutual aid and unwavering support within the community. Marcus Aurelius wisely wrote, "What is not good for the swarm is not good for the bee." By helping others, we not only build a strong network of support, but we also reinforce to ourselves that we have plenty to give, which in turn reinforces a powerful feeling of abundance. Lastly, surround yourself with people who actively live by an abundance mindset. Their positive perspective will naturally challenge your scarcity thoughts and help you see the world as a place brimming with endless opportunities for growth and development. Remember, the belief in abundance is not about denying the very real challenges that life inevitably presents. It is about consciously choosing to focus on possibilities and potential solutions, rather than perpetually dwelling on perceived limitations and problems. We have all been there, dreaming big dreams, meticulously making elaborate plans, and vividly visualizing our success down to the last detail. But here is the essential truth: dreams do not work unless you do. It is undeniably easy to talk a big game or to post inspirational quotes online. What is truly difficult, and what ultimately separates the doers from the dreamers, is consistent action. Stoic philosophy teaches us that virtue lies fundamentally in action. As Marcus Aurelius aptly put it, the fruit of this life is a good character and acts for the common good. It is not about what we merely say or think, but about what we actually do and how we meaningfully contribute to the world around us. Think about it this way: every single decision you make and every single action you take is akin to casting a vote for the kind of person you ultimately want to become. Carl Jung powerfully highlighted the immense importance of action in his theory of individuation, asserting that real and lasting change happens through consistent doing, not just through wishful thinking. He wisely believed that you are defined by what you actually do, not by what you merely say you will do. This means that your identity is not shaped by your good intentions, but rather, by your consistent actions. So, how do you consciously pivot from a state of inaction to one of consistent and purposeful action? Start by setting tangible, achievable goals. But do not stop there. Break these overarching goals down into smaller, more manageable daily tasks that consistently move you towards your larger vision. This could be as simple as writing a single page of your novel every day, making just one sales call each morning, or learning a new language for just 30 minutes before going to bed. The key is unwavering consistency. Action needs to become an ingrained habit. Additionally, understand that action intrinsically breeds confidence and courage. The more you consistently do, the more capable you will naturally feel. Start with small, manageable actions to build momentum. Celebrate these small, but significant victories, as they will add up over time and powerfully reinforce your commitment to your chosen path. As you gain confidence, bigger challenges will seem less daunting and more attainable. You will begin to approach life with a proactive mindset rather than a reactive one. But perhaps the most crucial thing to remember is that action is the most powerful antidote to fear. Many of us procrastinate, not because we are inherently lazy, but rather because we are afraid, perhaps afraid of failure, of judgment, or even of success itself. By taking purposeful action, you step boldly into the arena, instead of merely watching passively from the sidelines. As Seneca wisely advised, it is not because things are difficult that we do not dare. It is because we do not dare that they are difficult. And there you have it. The real journey begins with you taking that first courageous step. Action is not just a part of the story, it is the story. Thanks for joining me here and remember, every small step is an integral part of your path to greatness. If you are ready to dive even deeper, check out one of the suggested videos on the screen to continue your enriching journey with us. Your engagement and personal growth truly make this community thrive. Let us continue learning and growing together.